Can you see me? Can you hear me? How are we doing? Bloody hell, there's people here already. Already people. How are we? Let's have a look. Saf, how you doing? You alright, mate? Had a week? Hoe gaat het met je? Barnsley? How's things, bud? Mandy? How you doing? How's things? Is everything going okay? Can we get Botrix working? Will it work? Will it work? Can it work? Should it work? Has it worked? Botrix, what are you playing at? Why is it not playing bloody game? Just make sure it's actually still logged in, which it should be. Work, you shit, work. So how we all doing? We all alright? Botrix has correctly joined the channel. There we go. Eventually it has joined the channel. Botrix is very sentient, but only Botrix knows what's going on, unfortunately. Yep, surely mods should be here first. And you should all be singing, we are the mods, we are the mods, we are the mods. And I need to add some more mods actually, but I've forgotten how to. But I will do at some point. Let's have a look. Wednesday won, so you're alright, happy days. I didn't see that. I didn't even see the most of the footy results. I obviously seen us throwing away a lead again, yet again. You did, however, make a promise not to talk footy. You did, but we do mention footy here occasionally. Nothing wrong with that. Speaking of footy, blue, Everton. I've put blue on for Everton. So there, just for me. Casper, how you doing, mate? I pressed the wrong button as well at the start of this. I've been arsing round and I still ended up pressing the wrong fucking button. I've been having a mess around the last few days. Just, yeah, trying some new stuff. Not everything's going to make it. I really enjoyed my drive the other night. I really did. It was good. What day was that? Was that Friday or Saturday? I can't remember. I've been out every day. Went out earlier on as well. Parked up again. I've got a little toy. Let's have a look. See if I can show you them. Little mini drone. A little autonomous mini drone. You don't fly it, it flies itself, and all it does is you give it a command and let it go, and it follows you around or it circles around you or zooms up in the air. So I've been messing around with a bit of that. So you might start seeing some of that turn up in the videos, but it is fun. I can't use a proper drone yet, obviously, because I still can't use both hands. Although, look, it's getting there. Very, very slowly it's getting there. So you never know, I might get there eventually. Once it is working, I am going to get myself another drone. Mandy's making ninja socks. I was going to say, am I wearing ninja socks, but I'm not. No, I'm wearing Simpsons donut socks. Because I'm just that cool. Yes, I can check up on the Southport Pier Doggers, which were there earlier on, I am convinced. I went into the in section. There's an in and then an out. Obviously, there would be if you're dogging. Yeah. I was parked right by the in section because it's the furthest away from the pier, hoping I could get some pictures of the drilling platform that's off Southport somewhere. And I did. I managed to get some. Not great, but I managed to get some. But then there was a car kept coming in and going out and in and out. And I'm thinking, what on earth are you doing? Do you think I'm here to play little games, do you? Not. Yep, Barnsley, I took it out earlier on. It was I've done some little bits and pieces with it. It is fantastic. And the fact that you don't do anything with it. I went out earlier. I'll see if I can put the video on at some point. I just clicked on a button and went bird eye. And I left it and it went 15 metres in the air before it come back down. It is crazy. Disappears. It looks like it's miles away and it isn't. But it's good fun. And it's just something to add a little bit of something different to the videos. I used it on the Parbold Hill thing on Friday. Just a little start. And it was just generally getting out there and having a little bit of a look around, a little recce to see what I can do. And as it was, I just ended up posting that video when I didn't really intend to. But it seems to look alright, that if anyone's watched it. I used a different camera mount with one of my old phones. This one, I think. So, well, Steve's not here. I've not seen him anyway. So what you're not seeing the... there you go. You're not seeing the Bosch windscreen wiper. It's higher up so you can see everything now, hopefully. If I'd have took that with me and I'd have known what I was doing, I might have took some drone footage from the top of Parbold Hill. It's not mountain by any stretch of the imagination, but it is high enough that you can see. I've seen Liverpool, the city. I've seen the DW Stadium, Wigan, where Wigan Warriors beat the Penrith Panthers from Australia to be the World Club Champions, which is fantastic. I'm delighted with that. Casper, yeah, it's amazing. Get a proper drone. 15 years ago, it would require a helicopter, a very skilled pilot with a cameraman, and now just look at that. It's a silly little thing. Press a button on it, press another button, off it goes. And if you got yourself a proper drone, a flyable one, you can go and make all kinds of fantastic filmage. But it's nice. I know it's called the flying selfie stick, which is pretty much what it is. You set it off and off you go. You can talk into it. It uses a little bit of AI to cut out the sound of the drone because it's really high pitched. It must cut out that one particular frequency that it uses, so it sounds okay. Pretty good actually. Hopefully I'm going to get some more. I mean, I'm back at work tomorrow, but afterwards, when these days start getting a bit longer, the nights are a bit lighter, I might be able to get out. I also tried going for a bit of a walk earlier with the GoPro stuck on my backpack, but didn't work great. I'll have to mess around with that a bit more. See if I can turn on image stabilisation and use a different way of recording the vocals, because the sound was awful and it was bouncing around a little bit, which is a shame because I want to get that ready for the spring and then summer to try and go out and see some stuff, especially things like the Botanic Gardens. I'd need to have that looking quite well. I don't really want to be walking around holding onto a camera or holding onto my phone when I could have it pinned. But, you know, I'm sure I can mess around with that and get it to look a little bit better. But it was interesting. This week I've managed to get a few things at least attempted. Some stuff is not going to work. Some stuff might work. And yes, I am an absolute gear tech nerd. Can't help it. A mitten for your feet. A footing. Yep. Not wrong with that, like. Not wrong with that. Got to stay warm. Although it is warm. It's completely dry. I've got the window open again because I am sweating like a glassblower's arse. Mandy the knitting ninja. Yep. Ninja with a capital K. A flip-flop slipper sock. It's easy for you to say. A flipper. Oh, we've already got flippers, haven't we? A knitted mitten. A kitten. No, not quite. Must be good being able to knit. I think it's a bit like playing the guitar, only completely different. In that you're using both hands rather, and you're creating something. Again, that's not something I can do. But if you can do it and it gives you like a bit of entertainment and education, learn how to do things, gotta keep on doing it. Gotta keep teaching yourself new things, trying new things. I like that. Push yourself. Even with knitting, you can push yourself. Make individual toe sections. Now you are talking. Casper, you gave your mum and sisters some inside shoes you could microwave for Christmas one year and they would stay warm for 2 hours. Obviously that's the kind of place where you'd need them when it's minus 600 degrees at times. What a great idea. Mandy, you used to have a pair. Did you buy them or did you knit them yourself? Also gave them snug rugs. Ooh. We need more rugs. Now that carpet is going out of fashion. Apart from the fact that we've got one in the bedroom here. Jet black with silver fleck through it. So it looks like the night sky, but as soon as you walk in here, it's absolutely minging. Just seems to pick up every last little bit of, I don't know. I mean, there's stuff in here that I've never brought in on the floor. Bits of paper. I've not had paper in here cut up at all. I don't know where it's coming from. And I meant to hoover up, but I didn't. Because I'm a bone-idle lazy bastard who stayed in bed until 4 o'clock on whatever day it was. My legs are still sore. They're a pain to put on. I can imagine. And you bought them. I would have thought they would have fitted like a glove. Barnes, you tried drying your socks in the microwave and they melted and you had to buy a new one. Is that a new microwave or new socks? We don't need any of that in here, thankfully. Silver flecks or glitter dandruff. Thankfully, Gary Glitter has never been anywhere near this place. And I doubt it'd be dandruff that he'd be spraying everywhere, to be honest. Although I'm a little bit old for him, if you know what I mean. That thing when people say about glitter all over my face, that changed years ago, didn't it? Completely different thing now. Why am I getting more and more stupid things on here? Jeff, stop. I hate Jeff sometimes. He's an absolute thoroughbred bellend. As soon as I go off this and go back on, that'll be there, won't it? Obviously. Both, you have to do both, Barnesy. Yeah, not good. Microwaves are for food. That's what they should be for, nothing else. No experimenting. No warming things up apart from food. Otherwise you're going to end up blowing the house up. No es bueno, man. Glitter dandruff, Gary's creepy uncle. Gary is the creepy uncle. It's weird as well as one of my favourites. I wanted to do this ages ago. Sorry. Indie music from the 90s. I never got around to doing it because of copyright and shit. Ultrasound did a song called Stay Young, which had a couple of Gary Glitter samples in it. And one of the lines is, Gary Glitter's gone to seed, so who will lead us now? And then just a couple of years later, he got arrested. So they still sing it when you do it live, but it's got a completely different connotation now. Completely different. Evil sod. Imagine a creepy uncle's creepy uncle. It's creep squared. Good point. Yeah, creepy uncle squared. Horrible. If you're Gary Glitter and you've got a creepy uncle, that is taking it to a completely different level, like you say. Saw a piece on a guy who told people if they microwaved coins, it would shrink. Guess what happened next? I would say there'd be a lot of bzz, 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 and fire going on. But you were in a rush, you had to go sockless. I've heard of sleepless in Seattle, never sockless in Stockport. If you're in a rush, you're in a rush, aren't you? No arsing around, straight out. Leave the socks in the sink, still on fire, and off you go. There's loads of stuff. I think there's videos on YouTube of people microwaving things that possibly shouldn't be microwaved. Daniel, you call him Colombian squared as his dad's from Colombia and he lived in DC at one point. Yep. There you go. DC. Dad's Colombian. There you go. That must be a mad place to live, DC. I mean, constantly thinking, well, especially after 9/11, constantly thinking at some point they're going to go for the second attempt on this. Mad, innit? They must live in fear in that place. And not just because of hijacked planes, because everyone's got a bastard gun as well. Obviously. Mad thing, fam. Mad thing. Oh, hang on. My friend in the Isle of Man has got a bird stuck behind the bath. In the house, there you go. District of Columbia, yep. Washington, DC. The place. And it catches people out when they ask, where's Washington? And everyone goes, oh, it's on the northwest coast. No. Or, it's on the east coast. We're talking about the actual state. DC has the second highest crime rate in the US. By that, are we talking about Washington DC or David Coulthard, the ex-Formula One racy drivery person? Because if it's him, this is news I've never heard of before. Mandy, have you leveled up yet? I do not think so. Apparently not. Ali, how you doing? How's things? You okay? How's it going? I was thinking about you yesterday. The Commitments was on. Your terrorists are foreign and domestic. Ours are from everywhere. We import some good ones. You must be close now, Mandy. You must be. You got a good grade in ninth grade physics class visualising microwaves in a block of cheese. Ooh, heavy stuff. His chin is a crime against humanity. Yep, it is, definitely. He looks like he's swallowed a boomerang, doesn't he? I watched it. Mandy, that means the Commitments. Yep, great film. Royd, Sally Royd. What a boss film. Skirt. Yep. Forgotten how good the film was. It's fantastic. Adam, how you doing, mate? How's things? How you getting on? While you're here. Here we go. Charcoal Coffee Company. Fantastic company if you like your coffee and you're in the UK. Hopefully it'll be worldwide fairly soon. Link is in the description as always below. Get on it. Yeah, Commitment is superb. So funny. All the this is the Barrytown trilogy. Diola, Roddy Doyle. I read the books. There was 3 of them in one. Like a big. The Commitments, The Snapper, and The Van. Which were just, the books were even funnier because I could visualise what I'd seen in the film, but there was loads more going on. Monumentally shot. Yeah, I seen you on Instagram the other day. Sorry to hear that, mate. Hopefully things will go in the right direction for you. There you go. Are you going to collab with Dan's dad? There's going to be a cross-world brew in that one, isn't there? Oh, I must remember to pick my daughter up in the morning. I'm not off anymore, am I? And she's not off. The light we see as colours are about 1,000 times smaller in wavelength than microwaves. That is heavy salad, that, man. It's all about wavelength, isn't it? I've seen a brilliant thing on BBC 4. I think it was Dr. Jim, or Professor, whatever his name is, Jim Al-Khalili. Talking about how you can smell sound. Just, it's mad, all the stuff, how wavelengths are all interconnected as well, because you can see them, you can hear them, you can feel them. It's just mad. Skull means cheers and hey means hello. Bloody hell. That's horrible to see that, Adam, yeah. Pain in her eye, causing a lesion. That's horrible, mate. Hopefully things start to improve. I know it doesn't feel like it at the moment, but let's hope so anyway. You need a bit of good luck, mate. You really do. It's all electromagnetic waves. Just a wavelength that varies. Yep. Adam, don't worry about that, mate. It's the chat's not been brought down. We're just, explaining what's happened. I think we're all here behind you as well, mates. Don't worry about that in the slightest. Just make sure that you know there are people here. We're all one big family. We succeed together, we fail together, and we hurt together, etc. Yeah, definitely it's good to chat. And definitely good not to keep it to yourself. I know I've had problems in the past where just speaking to someone would have saved so much hassle. But I never did until right at the end or too late. Here's a question: with all the forces in nature, why is gravity the weakest? It's Schrodinger's force, isn't it? Because it is the weakest and the strongest. Because you can beat it. There you go. Phone picked up and beating gravity. At the same time, gravity is also pulling in planets towards the sun. It's just crazy. How do you reckon your coordination is the weakest force in nature? This must be a Dutch women thing, because I know quite a few Dutch women, not in that way. Um, and they're all clumsy, constantly falling over and hurting things and breaking things and covered in bruises. In fact, my friend Miranda's just, I was spoken to her earlier on, and she said she's covered in bruises after falling off a bike. So hopefully she improves better soon, because not good. Don't want any bruises or broken things. Yeah, Casper, it's not a force like the others. It's a force we know the least about, because it changes. Things like gravity, as I say, it's easy to break it and pick stuff up, but at the same time, it's causing planets to move and fall into each other. It's causes the moon to stay where it is, even though it's moving away, which causes the waves, causes tides. So it's got a massive influence. It's huge, and yet we can break it all the time. Not as bad as your force of romantic attraction. That sounds like a novel waiting to happen, that stuff. Something makes mass attract mass somehow. Yes, definitely. That's normally love at Weight Watchers, isn't it? Our eyes met across a crowded buffet table. Most that got broken was your pride so far. Hadavik, let's keep it that way. No broken bones, no blood, no scraped knees. Speaking of knees, I think I need to get mine cut off and a new one grown. Not good. Physicists can't work out why it's such a weak force. Yeah, it's physics is great, is absolutely fantastic, and seeing physicists struggle and yet be quite open and honest about, we thought this, but no, it's not right. It's great. So if you're an attractionist to your fish, yes, that's why they say there's plenty more fish in the sea, obviously. Right, the YouTube channel's getting closer to 1,000 subs. Just need to get more watch time. Watch time, mate. Adam, sort out the live streams. Seriously, trust me. My watch time has gone up and up and up just by doing live streams, and not just these live streams. If you go on your phone, you can also go live on the shorts feed, so it doesn't come up as a proper live like this. But it drops into the short shelf, so anyone scrolling through as they do on TikTok, a live will show up and you can click on it and watch. So the reach will be out there to go to loads more people, in theory. I've been trying it, and so far, mixed results, but it does add up, really does. And also, I don't know if I mentioned it, on that particular live, you also can zoom by doing pinchy fingers. Zoom out, zoom in, or vice versa, whichever way it is, depending on which way around the camera is, obviously. Yeah, it is nice to know each other's greetings. We have many nationalities, and it's nice to be able to say hello to people in a way that they understand. Which I'm very, very disappointed that no one said to me, now then, knobhead, because I recognise that straight away. You've not been in the mood. I completely understand that, Adam. Genuinely understand it, mate. But when you're looking at doing your watch hours and getting them up, just do some live streams when you can, when you feel up to it. You'll notice if there's a good load of us in there, which we will be, all of a sudden the hours start piling up. When I do these about 2 hours at a time, 10 people watching a 2 hour stream. It's mad. It's just all of a sudden I would have had to have had hundreds and hundreds of views just to get that amount of hours. Really does add up. There you go. Yep. So after a few live streams, his view time increased by 999%. It adds up so much more than you'd think. If you're looking at doing Thursday or Saturday, once you work out which way you're going to do it, let us know, and I'll make sure that I give you loads of shout outs on my live stream so we know exactly when it is that you're going to do yours. We'll all be there behind you. Make sure that your hours, definitely get you there as soon as possible. And with you as well, especially because at that point you'll be able to put your shop, won't you, on your channel, which hopefully will start getting you a bit more as well. Mandy, no worries about it. Taking sunset pics. I was only on for about 10 minutes, I think, on that particular stream. So I was quite happy with that anyway. Just getting a good, I don't know, it was about 90 minutes. Now then, folks, there you go, Ali, exactly. Be right back. Yeah, Adam, it's the amount of time multiplied by the watches. It's however much people watch. So in a 2 hour, if someone watches all of it, you'll get 2 hours. If someone dips in and watches 10 minutes, you'll get 10 minutes for them. But when I do these 2 hours, I'm getting about 20 hours per stream at least, and that's without them going to VOD, view on demand or video on demand. People start watching them as well. I don't know why, but I can get hundreds of views on videos on demand if people just like putting them on in the background. So before you know where you are, these start adding up and adding up. I mean, where am I? I'm still struggling and still going through the grind. 1,679 hours. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it is, genuinely. I've got hours dropping off as well, so I know I need to push as much as possible. Once you're at the 3,000, you can add your shop. Yeah, that's going to be huge. But for things like the hours, if you look at what Kev and what Dan did on Arius and the Nation, most of the watch hours to get monetized in the first place would have come from live streams. After that, you can put up whatever you feel like and still make sure you're getting your watch hours are staying as they are, but the live streams it's the easiest way to do it. Casper, you got some good new music for a good long drive. When I'm up for it, send it when you can. I did one on Friday, and because it was 30 minutes, so I can't put loads of little bits in, so I'm gonna have to find something. And I went onto the YouTube, whatever you call it, library, and just picked some chill stuff. But yeah, if you got a long one, let me know. If you got a long one, let me know. And I will throw it over the video, mate. The more, the merrier. Try and get as many of people monetized as possible, or up the subscribers and up the hours as much as possible. Saf, no problem. Yep, nobody's doing that. Transitions and things. I've spent ages pissing about on OBS, and I've got my little stream decks so I can mess around and put things on there. I enjoy all that side of it. I really do. The tech side, I am an absolute tech wanker, I really am. You've got 150. Yeah, that's where I am, exactly the same as you, Adam. I've got loads dropping off that was slightly popular at the start of last year, end of the year before. All those ones where I was starting to get going dropped off, but the lives are way more than any of them were. So if you keep doing the lives on top of what you're doing anyway, you'll be there within seconds, mate. You're finishing it at the moment, no worries. Had a week, be right back, no problem. Who misses, definitely. Definitely. The benefits of evergreen content. Good videos that are not dated will get you views, not just a year old. There's people, big channels who've got a lot of views will look back at videos from 8, 9, 10 years ago, still get massive views because it's stuff that you don't need to look at and go, oh, this was last week's FA Cup final or something, or this was about something that only happened then. It's just, you can watch it anytime. It's fantastic. But the live stuff, as I say, if I'm getting 20 hours from a stream, to get 20 hours on a 10-minute video, you know, it's stupid. It takes you absolutely ages. Go to Nick for slick tricks. They call me Slick Trick Nick. Well, they call me something like that. It rhymes with it anyway. Yeah, Barnsley, yep. Watch a bit more, even if you're busy, stick it on the background. That's not a bad thing to do for any of the creators that we've got in the community, because everyone needs the watch hours, not just to get monetized, to stay monetized, and also for getting the Dwayne Eddies coming in off AdSense when we do all get there. That always helps. So not just Adam, Saf, and also Casper. Make sure you start watching some of them as well. Throw them on in the background. You also have a long piano bundle piece of your favourite pieces from your first piano work. Also chill. Brilliant, Casper. Get that done. And then I'll work out how long it is. And I will just go for a drive to completely cover it. I've got loads of drives coming up. Your one video, The Ultimate Guide to Coffee Roasting, which you released in 2023 January, currently has 893 watch hours. There you go. That's the kind of thing that will continue and continue to get watch hours, and you don't need to do anything with it. You don't have to think of a script. You don't need to think of a thumbnail. It's all been done. That is there and will always be there. And anybody who's looking at, you know, a guide to coffee roasting in 2030 will look at that and go, right, sound, I'm watching this. You can watch any video 4 times per day for watch time. After that, the hours don't get counted. Tech Mandy there. Saf is also dual watching on Twitch. Brilliant. Cheers, Saf. Because I am also live on Twitch at the same time. Having it large on Twitch. Oh shit, where are we? Yeah, on Twitch at the same time. At some point, I might just start streaming to all kinds of stuff. Kick, Twitch, YouTube, everything at the same time. Take over multimedia. But yeah, if you can watch any of the videos 4 times a day and start giving people a bit more watch hours, then do so. We need to get everyone monetized and bringing some cash in that can pay for the channels. I'm on your TV and your tablet. Don't look at the TV in full size though, Jesus. Don't need to be seeing this bastard face, do you? If you put coffee roasting or coffee beans in a YouTube search, your vids are normally in the top 3 or 4. Yeah, anywhere like that in the top 5, anywhere, you're really good in any niche. I think particularly with that one, yeah. Plus your videos are really well done. You put the effort in, you can see that. And they're also very relaxing. So you don't just go for the coffee niche, go for the relaxing, chilled ASMR type niche. I definitely do that. Really want to know how beans are selected. Saf, I would go and watch Adam's channel, Charcoal Coffee Company, and just watch all the videos, mate. You will learn so much. It's amazing. Yeah, all kinds of stuff on there. Not that I knew a lot about coffee in the first place, but even the stuff that I did know just pales into insignificance with what Adam can teach you over there. Kirsty, how you doing? Sufficient laughing prosperity. Stainless latch. We all need a stainless latch. You don't watch me on TV. You can't chat on there. Fair enough. It's just weird that I'm on TV, to be honest with you. Very strange. No worries, Adam. Definitely, the videos are real quality. You know, it's all right telling a bit of a story and letting you know how things are, but to do it in a good way, um, which is educational, entertaining, looks good on the screen. As I say, it's nice and relaxed when I listen and watch the videos. I think they're fantastic. So it should be a very good niche, getting yourself in there. Not just coffee, the relaxed side as well. Get people uber relaxed and then start hitting them with the shops where they buy coffee to wake up. Great thinking. Got yourself another sub. Brilliant. Well done, Saf. Trust me, mate, you will not disappoint. You will not be disappointed. Genuinely fantastic channel. Ali, you had a call. What did you miss? Nothing so far, apart from, I don't know if you subscribe to Adam's channel. If not, you should be. Fantastic. Makes some superb coffee. Yes, man, you would have noticed when it froze the other day. Shouldn't be freezing. Takes you ages to do them, normally a week per video. The Dutch coffee tray took 3 weeks to make because it's entirely animated. You can see that. I mean, my videos are a piece of piss because it's just really straightforward. Get in the car and drive, or go for a walk, or sit in front of it and go, hiya. I'm a melty-faced dickhead and I can get on with it. So mine look like they are. Mine look just cheap and nasty because I am cheap and nasty. Yours look very well made, well thought out, well scripted. Like you put a lot of effort into them, which I think is why your evergreen content will last for decades, rather than mine. People just go past and go, what the hell is this? Well then, Ali, fantastic. Go and sub to Adam's channel. It's is it just Charcoal Coffee Company, the official channel? And also, let's look out for that. That's the logo you need to be looking for. But you won't be disappointed. Lots of great videos, very educational. I like learning things. No matter what it is, I always like learning things. Man, you need slidey writing in your life. Slidey writing sounds a bit like a reggae star from the 80s, doesn't it? Always that smiley culture. Similar kind of thing, anyway. Yeah, culture and history. Definitely. And the background to coffee. It's not just something that goes in a cup. There's an entire history behind it before you even get to that stage, which I didn't know about. But I'm starting to get to know it now. One sec, no worries, Ali. I have to open the window a bit more. Feckin' roasting in here. Rocking a bit of potential merch as well. I needed a hoodie, so I thought, why not get one with me logo on. Alex subscribed, brilliant. Thank you very much. Mandy, fantastic. Thank you for putting the link in there. Suction stick cookbook. Kirsty, easy target. All the stuff about slavery in the 17th century was blocked. What? To say people working against their will. Yeah, isn't fantastic, YouTube? People were working against their will during the slave trade. You can't... It's the same with all that bullshit about people being unalived. What? In that case, who sang Mr. Brightside? The unalivers? No, they didn't. Knobs. Man, you've just learned how to do it. Good. I will add some more mods as well if I can work it out after this. I think I tried to do it once while I was sat on the sofa, and I don't know what I did. I ended up deleting half the internet, I think, so don't even know how I did it in the first place. I may have to watch a YouTube tutorial on how to add mods to YouTube. Yep, they are interesting, definitely, Barnsley, aren't they? Even if you don't drink coffee, it's a good cultural history lesson. Yep, exactly. Slavery. There's no point in trying to pretend it was anything else. Or that's what, again, I've mentioned this before on the stream. Liverpool's a fantastic city for that. It was built on slavery, and instead of hiding away from it and pretending it never worked, it never happened, everywhere you look on the sides of buildings there'll be relief sculptures of people in chains, and then there's actual statues around to the slave trade saying this is what happened in this city, it should never happen again. Don't pretend it never happened. Apologise for the fact that it did and make sure it never happens again. Educate people. And that is part of the education. This is where it comes from. Don't think you're just going into somewhere like Starbucks and picking up a styrofoam cup of Joe. This has its history and its roots in a very, very dark place, and think about that every time you have a little cup. Be thankful where it comes from, but also be thankful that we aren't in that space anymore. Yes, Too Drunk Too by the Unalive Kennedys. It's cray. Oh, by the way, the thumbnail for this particular live stream, you will notice it's really poorly done, which was done on purpose. I did it, it looked much better. The heads looked better, and it just, because it was too good, it looked shit. So I decided to make it look shit, and it looks better. And I was gonna blame it all on Jeff, because Jeff's a knob. Right, so in your videos, when you mention stuff like that, the images of white people, because saying slaves were black was racist, that's just, isn't it ridiculous? This is actual history. This is stuff that happened. Literally trying to whitewash the whole fucking thing. Stupid. And let's face it, on your videos, if they're anything like most of us on here, I suppose, you do click on the thing saying it's not made for kids. So if it's not made for kids, it's over 13. How can anything about the slave trade be, I don't know, wrong for an over 13-year-old to learn? You learn about it in school before you're 13, I'm sure. And if not, you certainly learn in secondary school, so I don't see what the problem is. It's stupid. Yeah, it's a good excuse. It looked too good. Genuinely, that's the thing is though, Mandy, I made one that looked better and then just deleted it because it was like too much effort's gone into it. The whole point of it was to make it look as though it was hastily thrown together by Jeff being a knob. It's supposed to look shit. A lot of my thumbnails are supposed to look shit deliberately. The ones that I put effort into, you should be able to tell. I don't do many of them. I like it to look, I like the punk aesthetic. Concerned that Kirsty is tripping balls. Kirsty is doing slidey writing to try and get up the leaderboard on Botrix. That's, you see, I've got that on your phone, that slidey where you slide rather than tap the buttons. It gets very, very confusing at times. Oh, you're going to send some where you play old Chopin and Schubert so it's in the public domain? Yes. Just some free flow practice. That might be usable. It all will be. It sounds fantastic, mate. Genuinely sounds fantastic. And for some of the ones that I've taken, sort of the nighttime drives, it works really well. Really atmospheric. Love the sounds of it. Yeah, you believe me. Of course you do. We had the British car industry in the 70s, when we had a British car industry. And some of the absolute rubbish that we made back then is now starting to look quite nice compared to the shite that you have to buy. I mean, obviously the Austin Allegro will never look like an E-Type Jag, but it's starting to look cute compared to the jelly mould rubbish that are out there now. Especially on fucking EVs. Why do they all look like, I don't know, something off Star Trek? Just, can't you make an electric car that looks like a car rather than a clown shoe or something? Yeah, Mickey Mouse is in the domain now, public domain. Oh, yeah. Worry by Jethro Tull, yes. Did a very good live version of that on Bursting Out at the Montreux Jazz Festival. Very good version of it. You are pretty good for someone self-taught. You are fantastic, mate, for someone self-taught or taught through lessons, telling you. You've got a very good feel for it. Your dad seemed to buy all the shite 70s British cars. Most of them were shite. But, again, they're starting to have this cute charm about them. The Vauxhall Chevette is looking better and better every year. Even the Morris Marina. I mean, Top Gear used to smash them to pieces, but they're starting to look like proper old cars, nice classics compared to, I mean, what are these things nowadays? Are just utter bollocks. So I'm quite happy mine was made in 2005. It's got that last little bit of normality about it, I think. Although the birds around here don't seem to like it, they're constantly shitting on it. How is it Monday already? The weekend flew by. Ali, I've been off all week. The week has flown by, never mind the weekend. To be fair, most of that time I've been lying in bed of a morning, enjoying the fact that I haven't had to move, listening to tunes, banging tunes, man. You started having random people, Adam, coming up to you in your parking in town saying you've got an awesome car. They wish they could buy one, but it's too expensive now. Yeah, again, that's the thing about getting the modern classic, one that's about to become a modern, or future modern classics they call them, sorry, don't they? Once people start to realise and get onto them, if you've got one, keep hold of it if you can afford to. Even if you need a new car in the future, try and get that one hooked away somewhere, keep hold of it, because they'll just keep on going up and up and up in value. Fantastic cars. It was only the Steamboat Willie version of Mickey Mouse. I think that version is, well, obviously that version is. I'm not sure the Mickey Mouse that we know and despise is in the public domain, but you never know. Yeah, there you go. There's an advert for you, Adam. Buy my coffee, it's cheaper than my car. That's a bumper sticker. Get that on there. Do yourself a bumper sticker on your shop and get it on the back of your car. Proper Mini Cooper, not those modern ones pretending to be Mini Coopers. My dad's got a Mini Cooper, the modern one, which he uses. It's his driving lessons car, and it is ridiculously quick. I would have thought for young kids learning to drive, but yeah. By shite, do you mean precision engineered? Barnsey, come on, 70s British cars, precision engineered. They certainly weren't made in the Midlands. I don't think many British cars in the 70s were precision engineered. Maybe one or two Fords in Dagenham or Halewood, but definitely not many in Birmingham. Just past 166,000 miles. I bet you it's still tight as a drum as well, isn't it? Fantastic things then. Do you have your logo on your car? Not yet, maybe you will soon. You can get little vinyl stickers for inside the car or bumper stickers, or go all out and get it vinyl wrapped. The whole thing. Imagine that, getting your car vinyl wrapped with your logo all over it. Proper. And then drive around, go to all these YouTube car meets for Auto Alex and people like that. Just park up in the background. Rustival, furious driving. get in the background, see if you can get your car on there. Proper advertising. Harvey, welkom. Welkom terug. Right, you own the 1 litre Mini Cooper, British Racing Green, and the cat flap windows. Oof, that sounds fantastic. Anything British Racing Green sounds fantastic. Yeah, Robin Reliance weren't exactly engineered to the highest of quality worthy. Yeah, put a sign in the window. If you're admiring your car, you might as well admire your window sign. Get yourself advertised, get your coffee advertised constantly, and also your YouTube channel. Get that in there as well. Do your logo with your @ underneath. Make sure that's in there. It's all about getting your name out there and your channel out there. Your dad had a Mini Countryman 1275cc. I quite like the Countryman. I never used to at all, but I quite like that now. There's loads of things that I didn't like, which I'm starting to warm to as I get older. Your brother had a 64 Mini pickup. Fully raced, fully rally tuned. Speedo used to go past 90. Past the 3 lights and up to 30 again. That's proper, that Adam. Fantastic. The old-fashioned proper Minis are fantastic. I love them. Yeah. How's your decorating going, Kirsty? How's your room getting on? Problem with your Mini was you can never get it fixed, so you sold it. All these cars that we should have kept hold of that we never have done. My Capri. It's mad, I bought that in 1991 and it was a 1978 Capri and I thought it was old. My current car is older than that was. If I'd have kept hold of it, it would have been worth a bleeding fortune now. Already walked the dogs. Lego went into sleep mode early, so you gave them an early evening walk. That's fair enough. Go when they need to go, not when you say they have to. Your dad used to have a mini club and estate. Does that count? It counts very much as a mini club and estate. They're great then. I think my dad had a couple of minis when he lived in Wrexham, funnily enough. North Wales. He also had a Rover P6 2000. Very nice. Which was the first crash I was ever in. I think it was about 3 years old. I remember that. Someone T-burned him. T-burned. And then, what else did he have? A Datsun Triple S. He had all kinds of cars. He used to change them every 6 months when he felt like it. A Talbot Sunbeam TI, little rally race car thing, which was mad. You're taking your break. Still got to dismantle your old wardrobe, not looking forward to that. Just get into it, get smashed into it. You've been in a Reliant with a smacked up Scouser in the rush. It was interesting. Barnsley, that sounds like hell, mate. Absolute hell. And I'm from there. Is it empty yet? Yes, is it empty yet, Kirsty? Empty is empty. Mandy, you've got a vague recollection of fake wood strips down the side, yes. To make it look like a Traveller. Unlike the Morris Minor Traveller, which had actual structural wood. Jeff, stop fucking about. Love Datsuns. Your first car was a 120Y. Very, very nice. Like the old Datsuns. Yeah, especially the corners, going around corners in a Robin Reliant. No, thank you. There was a fella at the top of a Minan's Terrace in Liverpool. Alfie Penn. Always had Robin Reliants. And people used to take the piss out of him all the time. Every now and then he'd wake up in the morning and go to get his car and it'd been moved. They'd have picked it up and put it in the terrace and then you couldn't get it back out because there was bollards down the bottom, but 5 or 6 lads out the pub would just pick it up and stick it over. And then he was stuck. Your Datsun was named the Lamborghini. Very nice. Yeah. Your shop URL, the chat keeps blocking it. I'll see if I can copy it from somewhere. Or Mandy, have you got it? Hang on, let's Google this. I should have all this really, shouldn't I? In a document. Right, one sec. Let's see if I can paste this in. YouTube's being a bell end as normal. Hang on. See, has that gone in? Has that worked? There you go, hopefully that should be sound. Level 5, happy doors. Happy doors, happy days. I'm reading doors at the top there. Being in a sidecar. It's a 3-door wardrobe. Does that make it a hatchback? There you go, there's the link. It should also be in the description, I think, on the live streams. It's in every... We mention it in every live stream. And the link should be in there as well. And I can tell you from someone who's ordered from Adam, the coffee is absolutely incredible stuff. Top quality. Yeah, do you ever get a stall at a marketplace to serve coffee? Maybe what might be a good idea, go down the car route, seeing as though you've got a classic car now, a modern classic. Get yourself along with your modern classic car and your coffee and see if you can do some business. The likes of the Festival of the Unexceptional or the Rustival, all those car meets where you're not going to see Lamborghinis and Ferraris and what have you. Just turn up there, all your branded stuff, your merch, get that in the back of the Forester, and get yourself down there, mate. Does this smell chloroformy to you? Jeff, you are scum. Blue-skinned scum. Spent the last 3 days trying to improve your page and site score for your blog for WordPress speed. Managed to get it from 72 to 99. That's a good improvement there. Jeff, what are you planning? No idea, but do you know what? Let's go and check him out. There you go, Mandy. You moaned that one in, didn't you? Level 20. Fuck's sake. You've been offered a place at the new Aberystwyth market starting in April. Will be the only coffee stall. Fantastic. Get yourself in there, mate. Right, Tales from the Crypt with Jeff. Jamaica 73, Caribbean Chaos. Oh, must be a holiday back then. See what he's got up to. Oh, he saw Dready Mercury on stage. Must be a Queen tribute act. Dread Astaire and Ginger Cake. Must have been in the resort dancing around. Dread Dibner. Presuming that's someone who used to work on the resort, is it? See, I told you that was going to happen. Jeff, stop fucking piss-balling about, will you? Coming over here causing kerfuffles. The only Lamborghinis your family's got are tractors. Lamborghini, of course, started off as a tractor company and then just decided that Ferraris were shit, so they'd make Lamborghinis to be better than Ferraris. Absolutely incredible. Imagine being bored one day. I'm bored of tractors. Let's go and make the craziest sports cars on earth. Don't think I'd ever buy a sports car, a big sports car like that, but if I did, I think a Lamborghini would be high up there because they are a little bit crazy. They are a bit weird. Yep. Well done, Mandy. Congratulations. Crying in level 20. Well done, you. Yeah, Adam, life is definitely swings and roundabouts. Absolutely. Moderator bias. No bias here, mate. Unless Jeff's got a little light under his bushel for her. No, it's all done automatically by Botrix. All automatic. Sports cars don't fit animals in height and they can't pull a trailer. Ergo, not going to buy one. They're not great, are they, really? I'm not going to grow a ponytail and what else was there on the Fast Show? Start playing golf and stuff like that. Yeah. Will you be running the stall, Adam, or will you be employing someone? Ferrari clutches were crap, so Ferruccio got his guys to design an entire car. Instead of just replacing the clutch, build the entire car. Adam, Jeff is Jeff. It started off whenever there was any kind of problem, I'd blame it on Jeff. To the point where Jeff has now become Jeff. There's no getting away from him. Jeff says as Jeff does. You've definitely worked hard for it, Mandy. Yes, they can't drive over the speed bumps. They can't. They get stuck. The front of them smashes to bits. Jeff is no one and everyone all at once. Thomas is Jeff. Do we all have to stand up now like Spartacus? No, I'm Jeff. I'm Jeff and so's my wife. Oh, no, there's an idea. Jeff is all things to all men. And quite a few lovely ladies. I still blame him for everything that goes wrong. Normally because it's his fault. The horrible blue-skinned bastard. How you doing, Thomas? You alright, mate? Oh, there you go. There's a conspiracy theory. One for the internet. Mandy is Jeff. You never see them together. Never see them in the same room. Jeffalicious. He could be. Jeffa Cakes. Jeff is a cat. He'd be a big cat. Jeff Esod's Law, Murphy. Yep. Definitely Esod's Law. He's he causes all the little problems that we have on the stream, all the technical issues. They're not my fault. They're down to Jeff. You imagine Jeff knitting root vegetables? See, now that's where it comes from. It must be whenever you pull up an ugly looking carrot, it's Jeff pissing about. Yep. April, that's a good start, definitely. Start of the tax year as well, unfortunately. You're not Jeff, you might be Olga instead. Do you know who Olga is? Adam, you know, there's not just Jeff, there's also Olga. Olga Rhythm. So that when you need to do things and start doing well on YouTube, you need to stay in well with Olga Rhythm. Yep, we're all well this fine. Sunday evening, you've had your bath and washed your hair with Vosine. Oof, now you are talking. Couldn't find the Timotei. And you are ready for a night about worrying about the work week ahead. Don't worry about it in the slightest. If you've got a head full of Vosine, you're set for the rest of the week, mate. Sorted. And you've levelled up to level 1. Happy days. See, it's a great start of the week. Level 1 and a head full of Vosine. Timotei can wait. Gotta go and see a blacksmith to try and build you a new roaster. You're not allowed to call him that though, Adam. It's a non-white Smith, don't forget, otherwise YouTube will start knocking your videos off. Spoke to the coffee roaster makers, but they won't do open air roasters, so you're going to have to go and see someone and get one built from scratch. Jeez. That's actually you in your profile pic. It is, Mandy, it is indeed. Yep, so Yakida to Adam as well. And yes, only Jeff would deny his Jeffinism. Where do you think the phrase effing and jeffing comes from? It's that bastard. The Sunday night bath is a tradition, definitely for all of us. Anyone of us from the UK that had to go to school on Monday morning had a Sunday evening bath. Listen to Top of the Pops on the radio. Had some scran and watch shite TV. And then try to be as inconspicuous as possible so they never got sent to bed early. Yep, Aberystwyth, you studied there way back when. A lovely place, a weird lovely place. My dad hates the place with a passion. When he was playing for Wrexham, they used to do pre-season training at Aberystwyth. And they used to make him run up Murder Hill. So your first couple of days back for pre-season, people were vomiting everywhere. But it got them fit and got them playing well. And John Neal, the manager, continued to do that when he moved to Chelsea. Even though they're in London, got them all on a bus, drove them to Aberystwyth and got them running up Murder Hill. And my mate, Beefy, used to play, he went to Aberystwyth University. I think he played football for them as well. Adam, you studied there thousands of years ago, and it's a very odd place. A lot of Wales is very odd, but I think in a really good way, to be honest. It's what a lot of the rest of Britain used to be like before it became too formulaic. There's not enough of that individuality or slight weirdness about people anymore, and there should be. Yeah, Thomas is using Vosine, I'm using Blue Stratos or denim. Yep, you near the road to where the ferry is. If you had a stall there for getting coffee before and after the journey, you'd make bear wedge, fam. I think the kids say. Going anywhere yet. Good. Many a happy afternoon at Park Avenue watching Abertown. Saw an Everton 11 there one pre-season. Yep. I remember seeing, my mate used to play for Skelmersdale United, and an Everton 11 played there one pre-season, and it was weird because pretty much all the players that were in there ended up playing in the first team. There's people like Danny Cadamarteri, Franny Jeffers, loads of them. And then a few years later I watched an Everton 11 play at Chester. John Spencer scored. I think that's the only goal he ever scored. He's fucking awful. Yep, not going yet. Hang on, stay here. Is there a holiday park called Glennymore or Haffenymore in Aber? Your folks went there for years. Have any more? You trained to be a countryside ranger at Aber Uni, then never worked. Fair enough. Got to learn something though, haven't you? You do know a lot about trees though, which comes in handy when you are charcoal roasting, I would have thought. So it's not any time wasted. Plus, any time learning about nature or being out and about in nature, I think is time well spent. Not enough of us do it, I don't think. I know I never used to. I spent too much time on the sofa playing PlayStation when the world is just out there. As I said, I used to play Grand Theft Auto, and I would get a car, steal a car, and go and sit and look at the sea, playing 80s music. I live 2 miles away from the beach. I could have got in the car, gone down there and looked out at the beach. Someone from Southport put a couple of pictures up earlier on as well, saying, look, the sea actually does come in. And there was actual pictures of the sea at Southport. Murder Hill sounds familiar. It very, very familiar. Having to run up it. Running up sand dunes is a nightmare. As anybody who's had to do it in Ainsdale, lots of teams go to Ainsdale training as well, the same thing. Good training on the sand though, it's not as harsh on your knees and your ankles and things. It's also Ainsdale Beach and Southport Beach is where Red Rum used to train, of course. The only horse to win the Grand National 3 times. The stables used to be behind the Proton factory dealership. I'm sure it was a Proton dealership in Birkdale, just behind a car dealership in the middle of the town. Does Jeff live there? Jeff built it. When most kids are building sandcastles, Jeff built Murder Hill out of sand. Trees have leaves, but the leaves have trees. You don't wear your merch when you're out and about. You don't really do merch. Neither do I, but I've had to make myself a couple of bits and pieces just to make sure that I'm repping the brand, you know what I mean? It's worth getting a couple of things done for yourself, if nothing else, Adam, just to make sure that your logo and your channel are getting out there. Even if just a handful of people start watching your videos as a result, well worth it. Leaves or needles? Yes, not all trees have leaves, some have needles. You see the actor Taron Egerton in town, because he lives in Aber, alright. Wasn't he born in Birkenhead? Sure, I've seen that somebody who was born in Birkenhead or brought up in Birkenhead for a part of his life. Very, very talented young man. Needles are just very, very small leaves. Are they small leaves rolled up? Is that what they are? I have got a mug, yes. I've got one in the kitchen, which I use for my coffee of a morning. I should have brought it in today, which unfortunately, I've got a massive cup of tea which I made before this even started, just to keep me going through. But yeah, I do try and have the coffee. I don't want in a massive mega mug. Tea I do. You can't have coffee in a mug that big. But I have to have my coffee to wake me up of a morning. Best wood for a sauna is Arctic pine. That's the only wood you should have in a sauna, otherwise you tend to get kicked out. You can't. I can't. I think with me, coffee's got to be hot. Tea I can allow to go cold, or cool at least. Coffee, hot of a morning. As they said on the League of Gentlemen, jump leads for one. I like that. Aardig. You need your own travel mugs. Always have a few travel mugs in the car. Got to be repping the brand at all times. There you go, yeah. Don't drink much coffee when you're out because you're a snob and you refuse to spend money on shite coffee. That is exactly what you should do. Don't settle for second best. Definitely do not settle for second best. Not when you're used to the good stuff. Some things I don't mind being awful, but certain things in life you've got to really... It's not worth having anything other than the best. What's the point? Do a thermal mug. Definitely do a thermal mug. Always come in handy. There are cups with a double wall that you can put water in. Keeps your drinks warm, yep. I've got a thermal mug, which keeps the drinks warm or cold depending on what you put in. And they are ridiculous. I think it cost me 20 quid from a Argos. And when I was taking my sister to go and have a treatment in the hospital, I'd do myself a cup of tea at about 6 o'clock in the morning. I'd drive her to the hospital, and then about 8:30, 9 o'clock I'd start drinking my tea, and it was burning my face off. They are so good. Yeah, so many businesses think they can sell bad quality coffee and no one will notice. Starbucks are the worst. How'd you burn water? Yeah. Starbucks is not somewhere where I've really been. I don't drink much coffee when I'm out here anyway, to be honest, apart from whenever we were going to Preston with work, we'd always stop off, get a coffee for the train on the way, and then when we got to Preston, we'd go and get another one there to last us when we got into the building. Just the first sort of hour or so. That was normally, I think there's a Costa. But yeah. Yeah, you're not a snob, you're just sticking to what you know best. You once had a tea at Starbucks in Central Station in Ave. It tasted nothing like tea. They don't seem to have a good reputation, Starbucks, to be honest. Oh, good idea, get Saf to etch your logo on glass. Good thinking. First and last time you bought at Starbucks, that's normally what happens as well. If you buy something that's that bad, you just never go back. And it's definitely, the charcoal roasted stuff is a lost art, and it means that you should be the one that brings it back. Be the only person who does it, and see if you can get as many people as possible buying it. Take over it, man. Got a neighbour who goes over to the coffee. It costs her every day for a £5 coffee. Don't mind if you're going to get something that is good quality, but a lot of them stuff is just, it is shite, isn't it? Saf does etching. He does it live on his stream as well. It's very interesting to see. I think a lot of people go to the likes of Costa and Starbucks and that. I don't even want to say it's part of the culture. It's just part of that. You want to be part of that same machine that does it all the time. If you work in an office, what you do on the way in, you always stop at a Costa or a Starbucks. So every person that walks into our building has always got one of them in the hands, and you think that's good shite. I've got my own stuff. Got my own cups of tea in here. I don't need to look impressive. Not that I can, obviously. Yep. Saf is in Cape Town. So if you want to pop around and pick anything up, you better fill up the Forester. It's going to be a long drive. We are an international bunch. We are here, there and everywhere. Not here today and gone tomorrow. Oh, there you go, it's a good idea. See if you can do a trade, if it's not too expensive. Coffee for etchings, that would be fantastic. And there's a good idea, Barnesy. Get the €5, make a coffee and give them chocolate biscuits. Job solved. Never mind Costa. Make you a brew and give you a club biscuit or a Viscount. I forgot to get Viscounts last week. What an absolute helmet. And I went after the stream as well. I even bought biscuits. I never had a look for fucking Viscounts and orange Viscounts. What an absolute bell sweat. Yep, so if you are the only Southern Hemisphere, you are holding up the entire Southern Hemisphere. That makes you strong, man. That makes you proper strong. I don't think I get many Argentine followers. I've got a fair few Twitter friends over in Australia, but I don't think any of them follow me on YouTube. Is that the right link? Yeah, it will be, Mandy. Thanks for that. £5, not €5. Pounds, euro. Doesn't really matter, does it? Wedge is wedge, man. Dwayne Eddies. We're all about the Dwayne Eddies. You're big enough to represent the whole of the South. You are the global South. You are the positive mental attitude global South representative. The Southern correspondent. There you go, Saf. Couple of subs. Cheers, Adam. Cheers, Thomas. Well done. We'll get you some more, Saf. We'll get you more and more. Everyone needs to start getting monetised, get some money coming in. Barnes, you just set it up, copy everything exactly the same colour scheme, the same font, and just say, cost a few quid, rather than cost a coffee. You know, get in there. How much is a pound these days? Do we know? Well, according to Google, it's 105.05 rupees. What the fucking hell am I putting rupees in for, you half-wits? €1.17. Yeah, and $1.27 to the US dollar. ₹105. Why'd that come up first rather than fucking dollars? I don't know. Be right back. No worries, Adam. No worries at all, mate. Only 471 more subs before you can get monetised. Saf, you will not believe how quickly you will get there. Trust me, it does happen. There you go. There's Casper's channel as well. Everyone make sure you sub to that. Well done. Thank you, Mandy. You were going to say 450 grams, of course. The pound to 450 grams. It reminds me, I haven't weighed myself this week. I'll need to do that later. Oh, bollocks, I forgot to put the moon up as well. I wasn't even rushing, you know what I mean? I should have a little tick list, shouldn't I? Of ding, ding, ding. Lights fully charged. Both of them fully charged. Oh, yeah. What else? Forgot to turn that light off down there. That's been on for ages. Making it look like a morgue or something. I was exercising coming along. I bought a ball, a little. It looks like a big tennis ball, quite squeezy foam, but stiff enough to give it a good roll. So I've been using that a little bit. Put my hand on top of the ball, push and reach out as much as I can, and then pull back. It takes the weight of the arm, but also it uses the muscles and it stretches things out. So I've been doing that, and what else have I done? A couple more things this week, so I've been doing all right. Getting there slowly, thanks, Ali. You've been subbed to Casper's channel since before he was born. Yep. Getting in there early. It's a full moon today or yesterday. It looked full yesterday. I haven't seen it tonight, but when I was out yesterday, it looked massive in the sky. You could tell it with a full one. If you buy the chocolate biscuits in euros, would you make more profit? Again, it all depends, doesn't it? If you're buying them on the black market, can you get chocolate biscuits on the black market? Is there a trade for bringing in chocolate biscuits? Anybody else want a channel link posted? Yep, anyone else while we're here? Anyone want to grow their channel? In fact, if anyone needs to grow the channel, if you want to get in contact with me and anything I can do, any links, any logos, any requests, just let me know. we're all here to help each other out. And if you can watch any of the videos from the lads who've been on here tonight, lads, lasses as well, if there's any lasses that want to do it, just give them a few more watch hours. I think everyone deserves it. Import taxes, yes, good point. Stuff really expensive in Ireland. I know the bloody houses are. I've got friends from Dublin who are going mad about the house prices and the fact that you can't get anything anywhere. Have you seen the size of Easter eggs? Are they tiny again now? We have got a sugar tax, haven't we? To try and keep people healthy. And then we're put in such a position that there's nothing remotely healthy about life over there. Yeah, they never give you a break, ever. Kirsty's back, yeah. I thought your charger had disappeared as well. Your internet decided to play up. Typical. You got chipsticks this weekend. They're not tiny now and weirdly airy. Which one's plain or salt and vinegar? Waiting time for social housing over in the Netherlands is 11 to 18 years. Jeez. Housing shortages are mad. They are. I think possibly the way that it's going everywhere that now. Because there's not much social housing out there. People are waiting for a long time just to get on that ladder. You've been able to buy Easter eggs just before New Year. Is that in shops or have you got someone who deals for you? Have you got an Easter egg dealer? Where did he come in from? Did he come in on yachts from, I don't know, Morocco or something? Do Morocco do Easter eggs? Where else does Easter eggs? Is there anywhere else on the planet that actually does them? I would assume Australia because, you know, they're just Great Britain with bitey animals instead. Your chickens are starting to lay eggs this week again. You've already got 5. Very not yet. Breakfast sorted. And then straight away, Saf, be right back when I make a sandwich. 2 perfectly timed messages. Salt and vinegar, still burn your lips. When we had the pub, there used to be a woman who came in, and when you could bring kids in, they always buy them like a glass of Coke or something, and a bag of crisps. And whenever she said to her daughter, "Do you want some crisps?" Yeah. What type do you want? And she always says Lips crisps. Lips crisps always meant salt and vinegar. So yeah, I like that. That kid is now mid-20s and has got about 600 kids. Nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with the pub. Bought them in the shops. All right. You're saving them to paint for the Easter tree, Hedvig. Very nice. You got the Easter eggs and the Easter hare over in there as well in the Netherlands. I couldn't remember any of that at all from when I was over there. Mad. And I should do. I remember, obviously, Christmassy, Santa Claus and what have you, but couldn't remember Easter. You had a short-lived spell in school, Thomas, of the chipstick challenge. Pushing a chipstick into your forehead. A schoolmate called Paul had a scarf and a salt and vinegar one. That's the kind of thing that when you're old and you've got your grandkids on your knee, how did you get that? Oh, shrapnel. Was fighting and you make up a war. My dad played for Wrexham in a charity game, going back years ago now, alongside Dennis Lawrence, the 6'7" Caribbean centre half, and he ended up with scratches on his face, accidental but scratches on his face. And when he come home, my niece was asking what happened. So my dad said that he'd been attacked by lions in Ormskirk, and my niece, who was quite gullible at the time, for years thought there were lions roaming free in Ormskirk, until years later when she suddenly realised, you were lying, weren't you? Of course I was fucking lying. There's no lions in Ormskirk, you knobhead. Pass house. Oh yeah. Easter hare, of course. Wouldn't even make a dent now. They would crumble. Are they that airy? They would crumble into dust. The only proper crisps for a butty are cheese and onion. Ooh, controversial, that Barnsley, controversial, mate. Sending coffee from the UK to South Africa is banned. I did not know that, and I should know because it's part of my job knowing these things. The salt and vinegar quavers used to be the bomb, yeah, man. You put any crisp on a sandwich, just that hunky dory's buffalo flavour. How do we know they actually taste like buffalo? Classed as perishable goods, and South Africa won't allow them through customs. There you go. You'd be surprised at some of the things that are banned from export. Like, did you know you can't send washing machines to North Korea or Iran or Syria because they can be used to make nuclear bombs? Comes under the dual use, which you can find out about on the gov.uk website. Crazy. Coffee isn't that perishable if it's dry. Yeah. But it must just fall under that category. Crisps are crap nowadays. Bring back potato triangles. Cheese moments, do you remember them? That is a proper blast from the past, mate. That is a proper one. Cheese moments, I remember them. Were they crunchy, triangle-y things, weren't they? Mad. You don't question that. Doesn't buffalo just taste like any bovine? It tastes like chicken, apparently. Everything tastes like fucking chicken. We used to have crisps in the 70s called hedgehog flavoured crisps. And no one batted an eyelid. This must be what hedgehogs taste like. Obviously it wasn't, it was a marketing gimmick, but stupid thing. Do you remember tomato sauce flavoured crisps? Guess who's back? Back again. Saf is back. Welcome back, Saf. Cheese moments, you love them. Was it a good sandwich that you had? Was it een lekker boterham? Are scampi fries still a thing? Yes, they are. Very big in the pub years ago then. The unfortunate problem with them was, though, after you'd ate a packet, you'd smell like you'd been fingering a mermaid all night. Not good. It lasted over 2 years in airtight bags, right? South Africa will probably keep it and drink it themselves, yes. Customs bastards. But yet you can't blame them. They're waiting for ages for good quality stuff to come through. Scampi fries and bacon fries, yes. Cheese moments gone. There is no justice in this world. Buffalo is more gamey than cows. See, what other stream are you going to start getting stuff like that? That's the kind of thing. Adam, put that on a shirt. That's the kind of merch we need. Buffalo is more gamey than cows. Worcester sauce flavour, yeah, remember them? Yappy crisps are the best. I think our Irish friends will tell you Tato is. Everyone loves their own crisps. What's the difference between a buffalo and a bison? You can't wash your hands in a buffalo. Yeah, Saf, you missed that one. Sending coffee to South Africa is banned because coffee is classed as perishable goods. Something we've learned on here. Must be a way of getting it there, though. I wonder, could you send it to Zimbabwe and get someone to ride it over on a bike? Could you get Deliveroo in Zimbabwe to pick it up and wheel it over the border? A bison can also be a Visant, and a buffalo is always an American bison. Yeah. Principles are principles, got to stick to them. Saf, yes. Add Aberystwyth to your tour. Get on there. Oh yeah, sorry. Thomas. This is your own dad joke. Get off now, you half-wit. Jeff, stop balling about, will you? Crisps and mayo. Interesting. Namibia is closer. My geography is not what it used to be. It used to be great, yeah. No, yeah, of course, Namibia, yeah. Namibian Deliveroo. You brought tea in before. Might have changed. And it might be down to the export as well rather than the import. You might be able to import things a little easier than us exporting it, because it goes both ways, doesn't it, with that? Some very strange things. If you've got an agreement with people, agreement with another country next door to you, you might be able to bring the stuff in. Caspi, I'll take musk ox over buffalo any day. Can you get musk ox crisps? Yeah, crisps and mayo. The Dutch do eat a lot of things with mayo, but not crisps. Interesting. Be worth a try, wouldn't it, just to see what it's like. Adam used to like baked bean and banana toasties. That sounds interesting, if nothing else. Full of carbs. Probably good for you, that, actually. Much better than cheese, I would have thought. Both are more than 700 miles from you. Jay, man. Don't like mayo. You're a plain Jane. A plain Ali. Nothing plain about your Ali. Nothing plain about your girl. You've got visits in a few national parks there. We're on a guided tour to see them with the calves last summer. That sounds interesting. I wonder if we've got any over here. Yeah, Kirsty, a sugar sandwich with butter. Right, it's off the DHL's website. Most of them will come directly off the gov.uk's website. I know, so I work in that direction. And yeah, if that's what it says, they know what they're doing. All the customs guys wanted to know was whether it was vacuum sealed or not. Ooh. Barnsley, yeah, a bit exotic for you. How about your neighbours? Could you start selling that as well? Coffee and bean and banana toasties. Could start a revolution. Kirsty don't like mayo either. Had to be mayo and peanut sauce are the best with chips. Is that patat oorlog? I've heard that mentioned before. That's got peanut sauce, mayo and something else on it, hasn't it? Onions. Mud pie. Good question, good question. Do you prefer a mud pie? There you go, Ali. Good thinking. Barnsley could sell your coffee to his neighbour. You could not undercut Costa. You could just cut Costa out completely. Put them out of business. To hell with the consequences. Yeah, do more research. I think they know what they're doing, to be honest with you. Kirsty, you prefer ketchup? Standard, get in there. Don't mention those particular pies yet. Is it because coffee masks smells and sniffer dogs can't do their job? Ooh. Good thinking, Mandy. That's a very, very good thinking. That's why you can't bring it in. Because there might be something else in there and the coffee is masking the job. Ooh. You are one devious sod. Well done. Friet oorlog. Or patat oorlog, depending on where you are in the Netherlands, of course. Mayo, satay sauce and onions. You don't eat raw onions, though. I've got a lot of friends who seem to absolutely love that stuff. You don't think you've ever eaten ketchup? That's bizarre. It's on, well, pretty much everything, isn't it? If you ever buy a burger anywhere, it's got ketchup on the bastard thing. Bloody hell, I just noticed the time. Let's go and have a quick check on what's happening here.
But kippers vindaloo. Can't be good for you.
Like, let's face it, this is going to absolutely go tits up, isn't it? But here we go.
Kippers kicks ass.
Intuitive Machines, the Odysseus moon lander tipped over on touchdown. There's a picture of it, or what it's supposed to look like. The Odysseus moon lander is likely lying on its side with its head resting against a rock. Jeff, I am going to knock you out in a minute. It's a long way Tired little lander. There you go. It must be it's a long, long way, so it's tired. Jeff, seriously. This is annoying the life out of me, this. So now it's going to do that about 1 million times. Fucking half with. The coffee masking scent is a myth, is it? I think you're on a strict carnivore diet. It's boring and the cravings are difficult. I can imagine it's weird, that. Devious. Meh. Yeah, yo. Yo, Devious. Is it on everything? It seems to be. This chat's just gone mad as well. Loads of stuff's come through. It was tired after its long journey, exactly. Need a little bit of a snooze. Red velvet cake is coloured by beet juice, is it? We did not know that. You're a weird ass person. You don't put ketchup on everything. You do miss chips from the chippy or potato products. Really. I'm not a big fan of potatoes. I'm starting to get overly sick of them at the moment. But chips from the chippy, proper old school chips from the chippy. Defo. You watched that live on FRTV. They were panicking for a while. I had to read that twice. I thought they were picnicking for a while. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Something massive is going on, landing on the moon, and you're having a picnic. No, they were panicking for a while. Has it worked? Has it tipped back over? Is it just lying there? You can get ketchup ice cream and mayo ice cream. That is very, very strange. I don't know if that'll work or not. Would it work? Yeah, 2 different types of flavours. Can't be doing that. Can't beat homemade chips. Unless you go to the chipper. Proper chippy chips out of a paper bag. Wrapped up in paper, rather. Newspaper. That's why pyramids are that shape. Alright, Stargate. Not sure what to eat it with. Ketchup. It's mainly on burgers. If you ever go to McDonald's, there's always ketchup on it. They're getting a signal back. Right, fair enough. Right, now you're actually going. Cheers, Adam. Nice to see you, mate. Hope things go a little bit better for you and get them lives done and we'll get you more watch hours, mate. You made parsnip chips the other day. Wasn't bad at all. Never had parsnip chips. Must be healthy though. Must be healthy. Of course, you know what they call parsnip chips in Liverpool, don't you? Parsnip chips. Dare I try it? Shall we check Horace? Yeah. We'll have to see what he's doing, if this works or not. Oh, come on. The sun is shining. The skies are serene azure. I'm still fucking cold. Jeff. Jeff, you slag. Hoo-yah! Thank you. Only been to McDonald's once. Get a stroopwafel ice cream. Yeah, be thankful. It's not worth having anything else from there, but any burgers would have, I think they've got tomato sauce and mustard on them. No mayo. You wouldn't like it. No ketchup on the stroopwafel ice cream. No, definitely not. I like stroopwafel. Very, very nice. I can imagine the ice cream is lovely. Yes. What was it like? Funnily enough, it tasted like ice cream mixed with pieces of stroopwafel. You don't get parsnip much. Do you really? Yeah, I don't know. Is that a northern thing? Is it a Northern Europe thing? Can't seem to remember much of Spain. Can't remember parsnips being in Spain either. Never been to Italy. But yeah, it seems to be a very Northern Europe thing, parsnips. A lot of root vegetables seem to be, don't they? Because you can grow them here and you can survive on them. You have parsnips in your garden. Again, is that a euphemism? It's like bats in the belfry. I've got parsnips in my garden. Good stuff. Kirsty, no worries, be right back. What's a stroopwafel? Stroop is syrup and waffle is, well, it's a waffle. A syrupy waffle. Very, very, very nice. You can get them if you want to try them. I think Tesco do them. They're nowhere near as good as you'd get over in the Netherlands, of course, or even Belgium. But they're worth a go. Very tasty. They need frost before they're good to eat. All right. Does that change the molecular makeup of them or something? Strange that. They made them on Great British Bake Off once, did they? Right, I did not know that. Carrots, different, beets and potatoes are staples, so it's nothing down to it just being, sort of a northern thing. Then if you get them, you should be able to get parsnips as well. Might just be that they're just not on the menu. Stroopwafels are the best when made fresh and they're still dripping hot, definitely. Yeah, waffles in Tesco are very sweet. Stroopwafels are very sweet as well, but they are very, very tasty. Yeah. You sell breast milk ice cream in London. Does sound very Camden, doesn't it? It's like kale, that needs frost as well. I did not know that either. We're learning loads. It must do something to it, obviously. Must fix it, must do something to its structures, or, all of a sudden, so it knows that it's time to go. Time to push itself out there. Eat me now, eat me now, eat me now. Breast milk tastes so not like cow milk yet. So I'm led to believe. I've only had it second hand when my daughter decides to throw up into my fucking mouth. Oh, vile. Man, do you like seaside donuts? Fresh, piping hot and drowned in sugar. Yep. Absolutely. And a very, very recognisable smell if you live in the seaside. My sister's boyfriend's got so I think it's family who run a donut shop in Southport. So whenever they go in there, he'll walk out with a bag full of these brand new, fresh, piping hot donuts. Very difficult not to put on stone after stone after stone. They're very, very yummy. Even there's little kiosks in Liverpool town centre that do freshly made donuts. And whenever you go out, you have to go to the shop or something, you can smell it from like miles away. Oh, man. Always gets the mouth watering. Stop talking about food. I'm starting to get hungry again, and I only ate not long before I started the stream. But at least I've got stuff in this. I don't have to go to Tesco or anything. Obviously, I can't on a Sunday because it's closed. On Wednesday, I had to go in there. I was in there about 10:30 at night, and my niece walked in. Nick, what are you doing? I said, I'm fucking starving. All right, you buying food, are you? As I walked out with a bag full of stuff. Yeah. Absolutely starving. And I had my alcohol-free red wine to go with it. Very tasty. Managed to put my feet up for a couple of hours, then watch MASH. Marvellous. I haven't checked tonight whether I say fucking Star Trek, Red Dwarf, whether what Red Dwarf is on, it should be. Want to make sure it's at 1 o'clock though, because sometimes you just throw it on a completely different time and you miss it. I hate doing that. Camden. Is Camden still a weird place in London for stuff like that? But hipster. I know things like Hoxton, didn't it? And slightly further to the east started getting a bit weird as well. Dalston, Hoxton and places like that. Yeah, Barnsley, let us know how you get on with your coffee business venture. Cold donuts are so stodgy, but the jam saves them. It does, or the custard if you're into that as well. I don't mind a custard donut. Jam's better, obviously. Although, they're not really good for you, donuts, are they? There's absolutely nothing in there that gives you any kind of benefit at all. But they're tasty. They're just tasty. Sometimes you got to treat yourself. Have you tried hot chocolate muffin? Heat it for a couple of minutes in the microwave, then add ice cream. It's fab. I have not, but I love stuff like that. My ma tends to make stuff like hot cherry pie and then put ice cream on it, so you got the hot and the cold. It works really well. Hot chocolate muffin. Does sound a bit of a euphemism. In fact, you know what? Jeff, stop pissing about, will you? Get off. Yep. You're not getting a cut of the profits. Not a single penny, not a cent. Donuts benefit the soul. I read that when I was in sixth form. From that great feminist icon. Now you want donuts. Say, Kirsty, this is how advertising works. You should want coffee because Adam's been in. You should want donuts because we've mentioned it. And you should also want buffalo with ketchup. There you go. Very magnanimous of you, Ali. So you can just say, I'm alright, Jack. If you'd like to. You do that with chocolate fudge cake. Yep. Hot and cold, it's a really good combination. Coffee makes you ill. It does to some people. It's not good for the stomach. For some people, just can't really deal with it. I know I can't drink too much of it. That's one of the reasons as well why I can't have a massive mug of it, because I end up, my stomach starts to ache. Not good, man, not good. Got to be careful when you eat stuff that disagrees with you. Got a mate who had his leg cut off, and I can't talk to him now because I'm lactose intolerant. Now I'm not pressing the dad joke button. I've had too much trouble with that, Jeff, piss off. Yep, great idea. Chocolate fudge cake, ice cream. Lash it together. That's the kind of thing that you have to let slowly go down your throat as well. Don't wolf it down too quick. Savour it. You could sing. You should sing. Sing it, record it and lash it up on the RDA. And then I can play it next week for you. But then you'd have to be a part of the RDA to do that. Get yourself sorted on Instagram and get on the RDA. It will blow your mind, man. My tea's gone cold. Don't know why I said that with a very faint Brummy accent, but I did. My tea's gone really cold. Doesn't taste nice now. But we are at that point now, aren't we? We've been going for 2 hours and I'm starting to feel tired. Because I'm old, I'm fatigued. So we'll have to start preparing to empty the pub. And then prepare for the week ahead, back to work. Well, can't wait. I set my alarm for Jess's lift in the morning, and after that, work. Bollocks. The song to the rhythm of Hit the Road, Jack. It's okay, Jack. Yep. Cheers, Ali. No problem at all. Thanks very much, as always. Yes, Kirsty, some of us are more bonkers than others. I think we all know who. Had a week, yes, definitely time to get some sleep. Veel te rusten, tot straks, tot morgen. Jekkie daar, to Mandy. If you go on Instagram, everyone knows where you are though, don't they? Not necessarily. I mean, obviously you do when you go, yeah, there's a picture of my hometown. If you start taking pictures with the Eiffel Tower in the background, people are going to know you're in Paris. Apart from that, you're all right. I've had a week off. I should be wide awake. I'm not. I'm knackered. I'm cat-bagged. But I'll get there. Dankjewel voor de gezelligheid. Yeah. No problem. And hopefully I'll see you all on Wednesday.
That's all we've got time for this evening, so it's good night from me.
And it's good night from him. Good night. Good night.
And that's that.
We